So it looks like one of the most popular couples in Hollywood is ending things, and it is not going to look pretty. According to fans, this might get even messier than Angelina and Brad Pitt's divorce. If you couldn't tell by the title of the video, we are talking about the separation of Will Smith and his wife Jada Smith. The two have had a rocky marriage, but they have always made it work.
So how long have you guys been together?
23 years.
Wow. That's amazing.
But now it seems like the house of cards is coming crashing down, and it's all on display for the world to see. But that isn't even the part that shocked people the most. In a recent interview, Jada revealed some pretty intimate details of her twisted relationship with Will Smith and talked about how they have been separated for over 6 years.
The thing that surprised me the most, that I actually had to reread it because I said, is this true?
Right.
Was that in 2016, you and Will decided that you were going to live completely separate lives.
Yep, so everything that we've been seeing for the past 6 years was just a show that they put up so that we wouldn't get suspicious. But why are they even getting divorced? What was the reason that drove them to this? Because if you guys remember, Jada and Will were pretty determined to make their marriage work no matter what happened. Fans are very curious to know what happened and how Will is feeling about Jada going out in public talking about the details of not only their relationship, but also their divorce. Well, you're in luck because today at Celebrity Hyped, we are going to be talking about how Will Smith is breaking down after Jada Smith publicly announced their divorce. But before we get to talking all about that, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and smash that subscribe button for more videos like this in the future. So the two started dating a really long time ago, back in the 90s. Will Smith had just divorced his first wife and jumped right back into a relationship. Not only a relationship, but he decided to tie the knot a little too quickly. But that's all good, because a lot of people in happy marriages have done that. If you find the one, it doesn't take very long to know that it's love and that you're ready. Now that was apparently how Will felt. But the issue wasn't with Will, it was with Jada. But how? Some of you might ask. Well, you see, Jada had her own career. She was the lead singer of a band which was pretty popular. And so she didn't want to rush into marriage and wanted to focus on her career until she got where she wanted to be. She also worked as an actress and built quite the reputation. But she didn't want to be known as the wife of Will Smith. She wanted her own identity, so she never wanted to get married that early. In a recent interview, Jada revealed how she was not ready to get into a marriage.
So why do that? Like, what was the reason?
I think just not being ready yet. Still trying to figure out between the two of us.
Not only that, but she never wanted to get married in the first place. She just always felt like that was the ideal relationship arrangement for her. According to her, she grew up in a family where everyone had very unconventional relationships, so monogamy was never the norm for her. She also added that her mother added to the already present pressure of getting married. But the thing that shocked people the most was when she said that Will Smith was the person who pressured her the most to get married.
And I was so upset that I had to have a wedding. I was so pissed. I went crying down the freaking aisle.
Oh, getting married.
Cried the whole way.
So now it probably makes sense why their marriage was never ideal. Jada never wanted to get married in the first place, so she never really accepted the fact that that was going to be her life. But wait a minute, before we head forward and tell you all about the whole drama, do us a favor and share this video with a friend who's a fan of Will Smith, and turn on post notifications while you're at it too, so you don't miss out on any of our future uploads.
I made a promise that there will never be a reason for us to get a divorce. We will work through whatever. And I just haven't been able to break that promise.
But you still live separately.
We live separately.
Now Jada said a lot of things in the interview, and we have not even gotten close to talking about the controversial parts of the interview. And trust us, there are a lot. In the interview, she mentioned how her and Will have always had issues, but they always kept pushing through because they really wanted their marriage to work. But after one altercation between them a few years ago, they realized that their messy relationship was messing up their children's mental health as well. For those of you who don't know what happened, let us tell you. According to sources, Will Smith decided to celebrate Jada's birthday in a very grand manner, so he kept planning it for over 3 years. Now that is a lot of dedication, and he thought that she was going to love it. But as soon as Jada found out about the whole grand plan, she completely lost it. Why? Well, because according to her, it had more to do with Will's display of vanity and wealth than his love for her. If he really wanted to make her feel special, he could have just planned something more intimate and close to her heart. Anyways, according to sources close to the family, the couple got into a huge fight that night.
A lot of things. It was the little boy that watched his father beat up his mother.
It got so bad and loud that their daughter, who was around 10 years old at the time, came to them crying and covering her ears, begging them to stop. And that was the moment they realized they had to do something about their marriage and the issues they were having for the sake of their children. Jada revealed in the interview that she and Will had separated over 6 years ago and went their separate paths.
It was not a divorce on paper,
Right.
but it was a divorce. So from the year 2016, which is 7 years ago now,
The interviewer asked her to talk more on that topic, and Jada explained how they tried to have an open marriage for a while. But even that didn't work out. If you guys remember, Jada and Will did an interview a while ago where they talked about having extramarital affairs. People only noticed how Jada talked about them until Will spoke up about how he was messing around with other people as well. So the couple tried to have an open relationship, but even that didn't work out. So they just decided to get separated and start living in different places.
why did the relationship fracture?
Oh, well, why a fracture? That's a lot of things.
Yeah.
And I think by the time we got to 2016, we were just exhausted with trying.
The two thought they'd never need to get divorced, but that has changed recently. A lot of fans think that the reason behind this decision is because Jada has her eyes on Will's fortune, and honestly, we get it. According to sources, all Jada did for all those years was make sacrifices and compromise on her values to make Will happy. So now if she gets a divorce, she would get half of everything that Will owns. And for a millionaire like Will, half of everything he owns is quite a lot. According to sources close to Will, he is absolutely losing his mind right now. The actor never thought that he'd have to sacrifice so much of his wealth and mental peace just for a divorce. That is a reason why he didn't want to go down that path in the first place. But now that it is happening, he doesn't know what he's going to do. Another thing that sent him into a breakdown was the fact that Jada talked about all of these intimate details in a public interview without asking him once about any of it. Although the two have been separated for a really long time, he still expected her to communicate such an important announcement and wanted to do it properly.
I think you need to say clearly what happened.
As far as what?
You and I decided we were going to take our space, and what happened.
Do you think Will Smith is going to react publicly to this? What do you think is going to be his reaction? Do you think this might turn into the messiest divorce in Hollywood? Let us know all your thoughts and predictions in the comment section below. And don't forget to give this video a gigantic thumbs up and smash that subscribe button harder than Will Smith's slap at the Oscars so you don't miss out on any of our future uploads. And with all of that out of the way, we will see you in our next video with some new juicy gossip about your favorite celebrities.